Hey everyone, welcome to another vlog. In this video, I've got some easy and healthy, cozy winter recipes that are perfect for this time of year. I'm also gonna decorate for Christmas and make the home feel a little bit more festive. I've got a vegan, cruelty-free, and non-toxic makeup routine, and this delicious gingerbread oatmeal recipe for breakfast. So let's go ahead and get started with that. I'm just putting on another layer of moisturizer. I'm gonna do a little bit of makeup, but I just saw on Instagram that Deliciously Ella is releasing her granola bars at Whole Foods in the US. I went to her deli in London a couple of years ago, which I think now is a restaurant more than a deli. I think she changed it from a deli to a sit-down restaurant called Plants, which I haven't been to, but I really loved the deli, and I tried a lot of her snacks like her energy balls and her granola and a lot of different stuff while I was in England, and I loved it. I love that it's made without like preservatives and it just has very simple ingredients. So I'm really happy to see that her products are slowly making their way to the States. Hopefully that continues. I haven't tried the bars, so maybe we'll do a taste test at some point, but I'm really excited about that and just happy for her because I know that she started as a food blogger and like sharing her recipes on Instagram, and then she opened her restaurants in London and created products for the grocery stores there, and now they're coming over here. So it's just really nice to see, especially like, you know, in the plant-based community, to see people being successful and more products like this being put on shelves. Like it's a win. So really happy about that. All right, the robe had to come off. I'm getting too warm, but I am using my new, it's not new, I've been using this tinted serum for a long time, but this is a new color. I'm not as tan as I was over the summer, so I went to Type 1, which is more of a fair shade. These are tinted serums from Typology, so they have vitamin C and aloe vera, and it's skincare, but it has a little bit of tint to it, so it kind of has replaced my foundation. Like, I don't really wear foundation anymore, and it's really light coverage, but it is buildable, which I like because it looks and feels like my skin. I don't have that heavy foundation feeling when I'm wearing this serum, and that is really what I like. Especially right now when it's so dry, I feel like anything too heavy on my skin just immediately looks cakey and it just feels like it's too much. But I do still have some imperfection showing through, so I then go in with the concealer, which I also just got another one of. I got a lighter shade of this as well, and this is one of my favorite products from Typology. It's a serum concealer, and it's super creamy and hydrating. It blends really well, and I feel like just a little bit really goes a long way, so I just use a little dot. I feel like if I'm gonna wear makeup these days, it has to be made with really good ingredients. And while we're here, I'm going to put on some of this lip oil. Now this comes in colors. They have a lot of different beautiful tinted lip oils that you can try, and it's a multi-purpose product, so I've seen people use it on their cheeks or like as a highlight. I'm just gonna use the uncolored one. What's it called? Untinted. And this has vitamin E and squalene. Now don't get it confused, it's not the squalene or squalene that is made from sharks. This is made from olives, and it's totally plant-based. All of their products are vegan and cruelty-free, and I love that they have very minimal ingredients. So this has been kind of my base, and then I'll do my eyes and my cheeks and maybe a little lip liner and kind of call it a day. But for me, my favorite products are definitely the tinted serum, the tinted serum concealer, and the lip oils. I am going to use a little bit of powder, and I found that using these little triangular powder puffs actually makes such a big difference. I saw people using them online, and I thought it was just kind of an unnecessary thing you can use a brush, you know, like why get an extra thing? But I found that they really do help to just kind of make my skin look very porcelain. I think it's because they're so soft and fluffy. They apply a really even layer of powder and it just helps to minimize the shine, and I don't know, I think it makes a difference when I use these little puffy things. And then I just wash them with some soap and a little bit of white vinegar, and then I throw them in the washing machine and they are good to go. All right, I had to put my hair up really fast because I'm getting kind of hot. I'm not gonna do a ton, but just add a little bit of color to my face just to feel a little bit more alive. I've been feeling very tired recently, and especially with this cozy robe on, I just literally don't want to do anything. Like, there's something about the weight of it that I love. It's very relaxing, but it instantly puts me in like a I'm done for the day mood, and I don't want to do anything, which is lovely, but also not great, you know, first thing in the morning when there are things that need to get done. So trying to kind of put a little pep in my step by getting myself ready. I have some reels I want to film today, and I also want to do a little bit of Christmas decorating. I want that Christmas cheer and that brightness, especially the Christmas lights and stuff like that, because it is getting dark at like seriously 4:30 in the afternoon. And so having a little bit of cheer inside I think will be really nice, but I don't want anything too intense because one, I'm very tired, and two, I know I'm only going to be more tired in the newborn phase. So definitely going to keep it more simple this year, but I'm excited just to pull some of those decor items out and decorate with you guys later. I think I'm going to put a touch of concealer on my lips just because they are very red right now, and I want them to be a little bit lighter. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of eyeliner and mascara off camera, and then we'll get started on lunch and meal prepping like I said. But I wanted to let you know that Typology was kind enough to give you guys this amazing offer. So click the link in the screen if you wanna check out Typology, and I highly recommend checking out their trios. Again, you can click that link in the description box below to check it out. I'm gonna go finish my makeup now, and I will see you guys at lunchtime. So here's what it looks like in natural light. I feel like it's always so dark and cavernous when I film in my bathroom because I just use the light straight in front of me on the camera and I turn off all the bathroom lights. And that's because even though in everyday life you don't really notice that the light bulbs have a little bit of a sound, you will notice it on camera. It makes this like little buzzing sound in the background. So I try to turn things off when I film, like overhead lights and air conditioner or the heater or anything that could be making a background noise, even my refrigerator sometimes. So yeah, it looks very dark in there when I film, but this is what it looks like in natural light. And now I'm gonna go ahead and make some lunch. This is a butternut squash soup recipe that I absolutely love. It's plant-based, it's easy to make, and if you like sheet pan recipes, this is the soup for you because you just put everything on a sheet pan, throw it in the oven, and then once it's tender and really flavorful, just blend it into a soup and you're ready to go. It's super, super easy and very delicious. And this is great for lunches or meal preps like I'm gonna do, but it's also really good as a holiday appetizer, or if you're going to a holiday party or potluck where you wanna bring a dish. This is a great recipe because you can make it in advance. It actually tastes better the next day. So you could make it the day before the party, chill it in the fridge, and then when you get to the event, just heat and serve, and it will be so, so tasty. I'll make sure to put the recipe down below, but that is what I'm gonna make for lunch, and it is the perfect day for a butternut squash soup because it is cold, very cold. It's probably like high 40s. I'm not exactly sure, but it's cold, it's crisp, it's windy outside, and it's a soup day. So let's do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is just gather up my ingredients. For this soup, we're going to use some butternut squash, a yellow onion, and an apple. And this combination makes such a delicious butternut squash soup. Then I'm going to cut my squash into even size wedges. Doesn't matter how big they are really. You just want to make sure that they're roughly the same size so that everything roasts evenly and at the same time. Then I'm going to drizzle the squash with olive oil, maple syrup to bring out the natural sweetness, and then balance that out with salt and pepper. I'll go ahead and massage each squash so that everything is really evenly distributed, and then this is just going to roast. So I don't have to peel it or anything because once it's roasted, it will be soft and I can just scoop it out. It's so much easier than peeling. I also went ahead and I made some sourdough bread on this day. This is just a frozen one that I reheated, but had to have that with my soup. And then into the blender, I'm taking the roasted squash along with the roasted apples, onions, and some garlic. And then I'm gonna blend that with a little bit of veggie broth and olive oil. The whole recipe is down below, but as you can see, it turns into this beautiful golden creamy soup. And I also boosted the protein by blending in 1 can of white beans on this day, and I just adjusted the seasonings a bit. But this is how it turned out. I served it with a grilled cheese on the side and it was so good. If you've been keeping up with my videos, you know that one of the things on my fall list was to paint pumpkins for Halloween. That's something that Nicholas and I really like to do, and we still have our pumpkins up. I'm actually going to show you because they're especially silly this year. So first of all, I have to warn you that we used these non-toxic finger paints for kids because I'm pregnant and I just didn't want anything that had a strong smell or harmful chemicals. So they're not exactly made for painting pumpkins, so it was a little bit tricky. So it's a very it ended up looking kind of silly, but even more so because as the month has gone on, it started to peel off the pumpkin, but I still love it. And from a distance, I think it doesn't look too bad. We did get inspiration for what we wanted to paint on Pinterest, and I really wish I could find the original person who made this design. I don't know who did it, but if you guys do, then please let me know. But this is my pumpkin. He's supposed to be scared of the spider over here, but the paint is peeling, so it's like all falling down. But he is so funny to me and just like a scared little pumpkin. Okay, this one is Nicholas's. It's also peeling right now, but it's like this cute little pumpkin as well. But yeah, we're gonna get rid of the fall stuff now and transition into Christmassy stuff, and I'm so excited. I think I tell this story every year, but this piece of decor was a gift from a viewer, and I keep it with the card that it came with. And it's basically a reminder to me to do an act of service, a random act of kindness, as often as possible during this season. That's what this gift was to me, and she did it in honor of her dad, Captain Paul. So I always take that out this time of year. I read the note and it reminds me of her act of kindness and inspires me to do the same. Alright guys, that's it for me today. I'm going to continue kind of tinkering and decorating and organizing, and honestly probably also napping and taking a rest. I really want to be honest and let you know that in between doing all the things you've seen me do today, I have laid down, I have rested, I have sat down quite a bit, and I think that's really important to mention because when you are watching this, I will be 36 weeks pregnant. Very out of breath too, just from talking. So I don't want to give any like unrealistic expectations energy wise. My energy is zapped a lot of the time, and so I try to just do a little bit here and then I rest, and a little bit there and then I rest, and I think that's important to mention. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Rest, do things cycle, probably a little bit longer today, and then curl up and just have a cozy dinner of leftovers. Next week, I'm gonna be doing a whole video about cozy, healthy soup recipes, and these are recipes it's been so hard not to share with you guys ahead of time because I've been testing them and enjoying them for weeks and weeks, and I'm so excited to finally be able to share them with you because they're some of my favorite soup recipes I've ever made, and I think you guys are gonna like them. So stay tuned for next week. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed so you don't miss any future videos, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.